What is good?
What's up? Just got out the shower, get my shit together.
What New York eats.
Yeah.
I normally wouldn't do something like this, but you know what? It was a request, so
Was it?
yeah. Christian requested the Sister album.
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah, that's right. Christian, where that money at? You requested this shit?
Yeah, he sent it to me.
My bad, I didn't know.
You
This
good?
is gonna be interesting. An interesting review.
You see the cool stuff that can happen when people actually donate to the channel.
Right?
When was
Something
last?
different for a
When was
change.
last
You're
time
not
I? You said what?
something different for a change.
When was the last time I did a review during my break? I'll wait.
Right?
Because niggas want me to talk about certain West Coast albums, but where that dough at?
Exactly. De Niro. Where is it?
That's all I'm saying.
Mm-mm-mm. Interesting.
Okay. I'm about to start in like 12 minutes. So, everybody in the chat, it's good.
Yep.
So, people still talking about that Grammys and shit.
Oh boy.
Chris Brown had to apologize to Robert Glasper.
Yep.
And then everyone keeps saying
She
Beyonce
never
should have
said
won.
anything anyway. Well, honestly, you don't know who Robert Glasper is.
That's funny as hell. All of a sudden, Jay-Z was ranked the greatest rapper of all time by Billboard and shit.
Everybody, look, shout out to other people.
You know what?
You know, I was one.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Everybody won. Everybody. I like the fact that they spread out the wealth. It wasn't just all about Beyonce the whole night, even though they made it out like that. Lizzo got some. Adele, Sam Smith, Harry Styles. They spread out the wealth. That's how it should be anyway. Beyonce can't win all the damn awards.
At least she's the most
Sometimes
awarded.
like there's some years where an artist like Michael Jackson, huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And now you said Alicia Keys.
No, I said at least B is the most awarded artist of the Grammys now and shit. So
Yeah, I mean, she got her awards. If she don't ever, you know, it's some years where like Michael Jackson, the year that Thriller, he probably could have won the rap award if there was one back then. You know what I'm saying? You know, Alicia Keys when Fallen came out, when Songs in A minor, she deserved to win everything that year. Mariah Carey when she was on her run, but Beyonce album was good. I just don't think it was the best album of the year. That was Harry Styles album. I haven't heard Sam Smith album. I definitely will check that out. But You had Mary J. Blige. She had a great album, and it's
Yeah, I'm like,
been a long time since I could say Mary.
you're kind of going in and out.
In my,
Oh yeah, that hip hop 50 performance is gonna go down in history. How everyone's week so far? Oh shit, Life Jennings got robbed? Oh hell. What is your favorite episode of Celebrity Underrated? Um, Shout out to that channel. I gotta go with the Old Dirty Bastard episode. That episode when he went in on that shit. Oh yeah, rest in peace, Charlie Thomas from the Drifters too. My week was okay, Ronnie. It was kind of stressful. Had a lot on my mind at the moment. Welcome back.
yeah, my bad. I was saying like I haven't enjoyed a Mary album since the breakthrough. A lot of those albums that came after that was hit and miss, and she had a solid album. You know what I'm saying? Like everything cannot be about Beyonce.
You know, whenever Beyonce shows up at an award show, it's the Beyonce show. So
It was they try to make it like that, but she lost. Some of the major categories. It was like I'm glad that they spread it out to other artists that deserved it as well. You know, don't hate on the Grammys because your ass don't listen to Harry Styles or Adele or anything like that because they actually are great artists. And I'm glad
well,
that they
well
spread
Harry
out the wealth
Styles.
to other artists besides just one person.
Well, Harry Styles is a great artist. I don't know about Adele in my
Huh?
opinion. Well, Harry Styles is a great artist. I don't know about Adele in my opinion.
No, but I've heard black people look. I've heard black people say that they don't think Harry Styles should have won. They like I'm like Harry Styles is a great artist. He had a great album. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was black, would you be saying that? Would you be saying, "Oh, Harry don't deserve to win"? You know, people got to open their minds up to other shit besides the same old shit, yo.
You know, people are ignorant. You gotta remember that shit.
You know, oh, like, well, he don't deserve to win because he's not black and he's from another country. And some of the dopest artists are from another country and they're not black.
All right, about to start this in about 5 minutes. Oh, excuse me. Ronnie said, "Rest in peace, Cindy Williams." Oh yeah, I forgot. Rest in peace to Cindy Williams too.
Yes, Laverne and Shirley, both of them. That was like one of my shows.
For real though.
Crazy,
The only now Michael McKean is still the only one living and shit.
right? Is that Iggy?
Lenny.
Oh, Lenny. I don't know what to tell them at this point. I'm like, I didn't grow up like that. We grew up with all kind of different artists in the house. I know. So for me to like be a hypocrite and be like, oh well, Harry Styles don't deserve it and Sam Smith don't deserve it. It's like I would never say that. I don't care how talented Beyonce is.
People are strange.
Some
Jim
some of
Morrison was
the and I watched a lot of some of the pre-show would should have been shown in the main show. You know what I'm saying? Kurt Franklin got 4 Grammys. Did anybody talk about that?
Kirk Franklin got 4 Grammys. Wow.
Yeah, he got collaboration with this group. They got 4 Grammys like back to back to back, and they didn't televise not one of them. You know,
Rocking that Ralph Lauren right now.
he didn't like Jenner's album, so I can't say that he got robbed. I ain't hear it, but the people that won, they deserved it. You know, Robert Glasper, great album. He deserved to win.
And Chris was just hating and shit.
You got enough Grammys. Ain't who listening to his 40 track album anymore? Like who's listening to that? You ain't making no classic double album.
Mm.
What's his last good album to you?
Honestly,
You don't listen to
I
him?
haven't probably the Fame album maybe.
That's what I was saying. Like that's his last great album to me. You know, like from front to back. You know, the X album I liked. They had some joints and the was it Loyalty album, the Royalty album, and the Fortune album. But none of those albums compared to the Fame. My Fame album was better than any of those albums. And that was like what, like over 15 years ago. He hasn't had nothing great since then.
You're trying to make that's like when DJ Khaled got mad at Tyler Creator one.
Oh,
Or
come on,
yeah, his
Khaled,
album
come
debut.
on. Tyler album
Well, he
was
got
better than Khaled shit. I don't know. Khaled on his Tyler on his worst day is better than DJ Khaled. Khaled was just he got to know like if you know rap, you know Tyler had the better album than you.
girl. If I fucking declined your call, damn. I hate when people do that shit. Just always want to call me every time I do anything for you. Okay, let me pull up my notes and we should get this shit started. Alrighty. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
Now I know I said I was going to take a little break and stuff like that, but shout out to my homeboy Christian. He sent a request, and I was intrigued by this album because I've heard so much about this album. I've heard so much about this album and stuff like that that I actually was kind of want to listen to it myself. You know what I'm saying? So the album we're going to talk about would be Sista, which was Missy Elliott's group, um, with their debut album for all the sisters around the world. Um, hmm, this came out in 1994. Um, well, it got shelved and stuff like that because the single didn't really make a lot of noise. But then it got re-released on streaming in 2017. So pretty much this album was supposed to have come out in 94. Let's just say that. This album had one single from what I looked up, brand new. You know, Missy Elliott was in the group. Um, LaShawn Showman, Shanita Cohen, and Dia Sat. This was produced by Mr. Dalvin and Devontae and Timbaland. You know, because they were all part of the whole that basement ordeal and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Guest appearances include Mary J. Blige, Virginia Williams, and KC. Alrighty. So let me ask you, how did you get into Sister? Or if you know, have any memories and shit?
I I didn't get into that. Like I remember seeing the video when back in the day on Video Music Box, but I didn't know shit about them and who they was. Didn't hear nothing about the group or the album. You know, Devontae supposedly was behind it, and Missy turned out to be the Hall of Famer from that group. But who knew? You know, even back then that she was gonna be this, this legend from Virginia. And I remember seeing like the ads in the Source magazine for it. I haven't heard the album until just like recently because I never bought it. I don't even think I've seen it in the stores back then. You know what I'm saying? It was very like one of those obscure records. You know what I'm saying? But I remember the basement and that whole collective that Devontae started with Missy and Timbaland, Genuine, Aaliyah, rest in peace, Player. You know, he had so many artists. A lot of those artists end up being on his first album, the Life in the Basement. I remember Virginia Williams. She was on that album. Some of those artists didn't even get a chance to come out with anything. But other than that, I don't know shit about this group. I don't know the background and how they started. So
Interesting. I feel you. Um, just like you, I don't really know too much about this. All I know was this was where Missy Elliott got her start. They were part of Devontae's super group collective, The Basement, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I know from them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this album was a bit of a surprise for me and stuff too because I didn't even know this was albums on streaming and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
yeah. So for those who don't know who Sister are, they are an R&B hip hop. I want to say hip hop soul group hailing from Virginia. Like I mentioned, it consists of members Missy Elliott, um, LaShawn Showman, Shanita Coleman, and Dia Scott. You know what I'm saying? You guys should know between like 93 to 94, you know, Devontae Swing was discovering a lot of these like acts, like mostly for like the whole DMV area and shit like that. And those people included like Timbaland, Missy Elliott, Genuine, Stevie J, Static Major, and he pretty much called his whole collective like the basement and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much when it came to like Missy Elliott, she had a pretty much a group already called Sista and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, Originally they formed in 1991 under the name Phase and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And she was also very cool with Timbaland growing up, and she enlisted Timbaland as like the producer of the group and stuff. And he started making a few demos. And one of those demos was the song called First Move. And First Move was pretty much got in the hands of Devontae Swing, who by that time he was part of Jodeci and they were on fire by that time and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so the group Phase, they pretty much met Devontae backstage and they sung a lot of those Jodeci songs a cappella and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so Devontae loved them so much he did some work and they got them a deal at Electra Records, but it was under Devontae's Swing Mob imprint and shit like that. And he renamed the group Sista. And so when the group was coming out and stuff like that, they dropped like one thing called Brand New and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that song really it made some noise, but it didn't really make a lot of noise. And like by that time in 1993, Devontae and Jodeci were pretty much very busy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They dropped the classic Diary of a Madman in 1993,
My
which
favorite.
my favorite album as well too.
Yeah.
And Timbaland and Missy Elliott were on that album. And also around that time, she was also writing for Raven Simone. Yes, the same Raven Simone who played Olivia on the Cosby Show. You know, That's So Raven. She actually was originally like rapping in the early 90s and stuff like that. To be real with you, that album was not that good. I'm gonna be real with you guys and shit, but that's another story for a different day. So then they were getting ready for like the album Sister, but like I said, that album ended up being shelved. That album ended up being fucking shelved and stuff like that. It was actually never released, and
Oh, that's why.
it was yeah, and it was like
That's
shortly
why I never saw it in the stores. 'Cause I'm like, I don't remember seeing that on the shelf.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
makes
it was
sense.
shelved and stuff like that. I thought it was locally released and stuff like that too, but yeah. So that album game shelved, and then years, I think like about a year or two later, Sister pretty much broke up because Devontae Swing was pretty much being like a tyrant behind the scenes. Like there was reports that he was abusing the members, or he had them stranded and stuff like
I
that
heard
too.
about that. He had
Yeah,
like fights with them and all that.
yeah.
That nigga was crazy.
So that's why, like, Missy don't really mention like those days a lot in interviews and stuff like that. Too, you know what I'm
You
saying?
you think if but like when she do her Hall of Fame speech, you think like she'll mention them? She'll mention Devontae and
You never know.
yeah.
You never know. That's all I'm gonna say. You never know. But yeah, and so what was I about to say? Yeah, so yeah, like Timbaland. Timbaland. He even said he did. I think he mentioned this in his book, if I'm not mistaken. He was talking about the whole abuse that he was going through and stuff like that too. So with Missy and Timbaland, years later they met Aaliyah, and then the rest is history. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
So yeah, man. So this album right here, this is actually my first time actually hearing this record and stuff like that too. So y'all know how that shit goes. This is the album cover right here. Very dope album cover. It looks like they're just fucking.
Playing CeeLo.
You said what?
They playing CeeLo and looking like some thugged out New York City chicks with the boots on and shit. Doing out the
Right,
earrings.
right.
That was a
Yeah,
look back then.
yeah. I love that grimy kind of look and shit like
Yeah,
that. Honestly,
like they were like some rough chicks from the project. That was like the project chick look. The
real.
door knocker earrings, the weave, the Doc Martin or Timberland boots, and a lot of chicks were dressing up like that. Jade, they were dressed up like that. SWV, Escape.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man, that was like that classic look back in the day and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Alrighty. All right, so this album has like 20 songs, but there are like hella skits on this album, which a lot of those Jodeci albums around this time was so overdosed with skits, just
Yeah.
nonsense skits and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I love
Just,
Jodeci. I just gotta say that, you know.
just bullshit.
Right. So let's get the shit started. Let me pull up my fucking notes. Do, 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 do. All right.
Yeah,
So
Mary J. Yep. That whole look, man.
that baggy kind of look and shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. Track number one, intro talk.
Right.
Um, Not really too much with this intro and shit like that. Just I'm talking, just getting ready. I'm getting ready and stuff like that. You know, just anticipating. That's all I gotta really say.
I didn't like it. Devontae was just like, kicking game to some, like trying to, talk to some chick and they, telling her like, yo, you know who I am, and you know how his voice was like real
Yeah.
low, and he would like do that a lot. He would just like talk to some chick in his low voice and
Right.
like, yo, like, come here, shorty, what up? Like, I'm from Joe
Yeah.
C.
That Mac
You know what I'm
Daddy kind
saying?
of
I
voice
just,
and shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. That's not how you start this is a group that's coming out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of your groups, one of your projects that you and your brother and Timbaland is producing. I think they could have a better intro for them. Not have him start the album with him kicking game to some chick. This like it could have been better. Like, why not have Missy rapping over a beat or something? Like it could have been a better intro for them. They only album to date. You know what I'm saying? I just thought the intro was whack.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of whack intros here. That's all. I mean, a lot of whack skits here. So I definitely see your point in that. Track number two, hip hop. Pretty dope out song right here. You know, Missy definitely did a thing on the rapping and singing and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just an examination of their style. That's pretty much what I got from hip hop. You know, fuck with it.
It was dope. We had a dope beat to it. Missy rhyming on it. Missy back then, she didn't really say shit. She was just like, it sounded like a lot of the rhymes she was just saying was like all the same, but like some tracks she sounded better on than others, and this was dope.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely a very dope track and shit like that. She was definitely more on that braggadocio kind of feel back in that time and stuff like that. So I can definitely see your point of that. Track number three, slow down, like an interlude. Already we have another interlude and shit. What you think?
That thing was whack. The sequencing on this album is not good
Yeah, facts.
because it's 20 tracks and it's a lot of interludes and skits mixed in within the songs, and nah, you can't start an album. First of all, you start an album off with a whack intro. You go to a full song, and then you have for track three is a interlude. Like, nah, I wouldn't have had that for track three.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. All right. Track number four is like WFRO, which in the '90s they had those radio station interludes and shit like that.
Right,
Ugh. I feel like it only really worked well with like fucking Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg,
right.
Escape. Everybody else that tried to do that shit was kind of corny
Hmm.
and stuff like that too. But that's all I gotta say on that.
Yeah, this was whack. This Jodeci album was way better than this shit. They third album was better. Like their third album had like a lot of skits, and I didn't like the sequencing for that album. But the
Yeah,
songs itself was way stronger than this album. It's
I
not even
agree.
a comparison.
I agree. Yes, yes. Track number five, "Sweat You Down." Pretty nice beat on this project and stuff like that. Devontae and Timbaland definitely did a thing on this one. You know what I'm saying? This is just pretty much like a mid tempo kind of track. I hate the title. The title's kind of it sounds like
Yeah,
something I would hear from Key Sweat, like "Sweat You Down"
yeah.
or some shit like that. But the song itself is pretty good, better than most.
It was dope. It was a dope beat. It had like a G funk, sound to it. And we got Missy kicking the rap on it. And then you sweat you down. The title reminded me of Jodeci. It reminded me of like something that could have been on Diary of a Man Band.
Right.
You know.
Yes. Yes. Excuse me. Track number 4, Devonte at the payphone. Next, trash.
Another whack skit. And why are we getting the? You know what I'm saying? This is what I mean about skits that not every album needs a skit or interlude. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, in the '90s, we had a lot of those albums that they had skits and interludes that didn't have shit to do with the whole album. And this nigga's on a payphone. Like, did we need a skit with him just being on the payphone? He's paging Timbaland. Like, come on.
That's that's funny and shit. That's funny. It is like no wonder why they fucking left this shit.
Man.
All right. Track number 7, "Find My Love." I didn't really care for this track to be real with you.
It was alright. It was
Mm,
alright. It wasn't. It's not one of the stronger tracks on here.
right. Track number. I kind of feel like just letting y'all know. I feel like the second half of this album is a bit more better, but I'm gonna say my thoughts on that when we get there. Track number 8, "I Want to Know." Um, a little short track right here. I feel like the drums on this track was pretty good and
Right.
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Those drums definitely hit hard. Definitely fuck with that.
Yeah. It's really short. That's like an interlude. Also, really, it's like a minute long, and Missy's rapping on it. I like the beat. That should have been longer.
Yeah, I definitely agree
You
with
know,
you.
or why not make that the intro to the album? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like you could add the intro with Missy starting it off for the whole group and letting them know, letting people know who they are and you know what I'm saying? I just
Yeah,
it's too
like
short.
so many wasted potential
Yeah.
and shit like that. That's all I gotta say. Um, Next track we got is "Hit You Up." This was this was produced by Dalvin. Pretty dope song in my opinion. This probably is the most Jodeci esque song on this album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like you could definitely tell this was supposed to that beat was some kind of resemble something you would probably hear from maybe like the show the after party in the hotel and stuff like that because it definitely had that R&B, that little bass heavy Jeep booming R&B and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely fuck with this.
Yeah, this was dope. It had a dope beat, the bass line. Um, it was cool.
Yeah, definitely a cool track. Next track we got is 125th Street. If this track was longer, this would probably been my favorite song off this album. Like out of all the short tracks, this one was the best short track, if that makes sense and stuff. Missy Elliott went in on this record and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? The beat was fire. You know what I'm saying? But we had to have 4 skits to make up for the album. That's why this
Right.
track was not longer and stuff. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And mind you, this track is track 10. We had one, two, three,
Waste.
literally one interlude, 3 skits, and 3 full songs, pretty much.
We're already on track 10.
Right. And this is literally like the first
And
great track
right.
on the album
And within that we had like 4 skits.
of Devontae trying to be like Barry White.
Nah. Like I said, the sequencing was terrible on this album. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of tracks on here where it's like it's short interludes and Missy's the one that's on them. This is like another one. Like it's another short track and Missy's rapping. Over a beat and like they dedicate. 125th Street. That's a street in Harlem, and they're not from Harlem, so I don't know why are you naming Missy's from Virginia. I don't know why they're naming that 125th Street because Jodeci ain't from New York. They from North Carolina. So
Charlotte.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, what's up with the title? Because none of y'all are from Harlem. You know what I'm
Maybe,
saying?
maybe they want
Yeah,
to make
Missy. I like this the line she said. Set you on fire like my nigga Richard Pryor,
it. Ooh,
Spencer for hire. You know, that was nice, but it's another short track, and we're already on track 10, and there's 4 skits already within those 10 tracks. Like the record label, they didn't see something was off with this. Maybe that's why they shelved it. You know what I'm saying? Because 10 tracks and it's 4 skits. Come on. What was Devontae? Was he on drugs at this time? What was he doing?
well, you gotta remember around this time after he got robbed, he was kind of going through some mental shit. So
Yeah, but he was still making fire. Look, he went through. Look, he did shit for All Eyes on Me when he was still going through his mental shit, and No More Pain was one of my favorite tracks on All Eyes on Me. You know what I'm saying? Like he did the third Jodeci album. That was a great. Again, I didn't like the sequencing for that album, but the songs itself. If you scrap all the interludes on the third album, the songs itself still would have made it a classic album. So he was still making fire with his this mental shit that he was going through. I just don't understand why you're doing an album of 20 tracks and half of it is interludes and skits. It wasn't needed.
yeah, man, he was your. You can tell he learned from Puffy from that matter and stuff like that. 'Cause, Puffy all up in the videos, all up on that.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, but even with Puff, I don't think Puff would even do. Would even throw skits like that on the album, like 10 tracks and you got 4 of them. I don't think Puffy would have did that. And he have his faults. I just don't. I don't think. I don't think I've ever heard a bad sequencing album from Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember any like sequencing issues with their albums and shit. Because
That's
Puffy
probably,
was hands on with every artist on project. I don't know about Devontae.
that's probably the nicest thing you said about Puffy on this
Yeah,
channel so
well,
far.
he have his faults, but he was hands on. When it says it's executive producer means you hands on with everything, with the sound of it, the mixing, the mastering, everything. He was hands on with those albums. I give him that credit because I don't even for him I don't think he would have any of his artists drop an album where the sequencing's all fucked up.
Right, understandable. All right, where we at? Next is we have another skit. Big Shan and Timbaland at the train stop. First of all, y'all to pay for now. You at a train stop. What's
Right.
next? Us
That that
7-Eleven.
that that basically is the continuation from when Devontae was at the payphone. He was paging Timbaland.
Jesus Christ.
That wasn't needed. We didn't need this skit. They at the subway station. He getting a pay. So what? Why is that on the album? What does that have to do with the group?
Next things. Devontae at 7-Eleven.
He's buying a frost one of those big gulps.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm. All right. Next track. I don't mind. Um, this track was pretty decent in my opinion. It was alright.
It had a dope beat. Yeah.
Yeah, very dope beat. All right. Then we got Secret Admirer. Very dope song. Very cool song right here. This is pretty much when the album starts getting a bit more better and stuff like that. We got to go all around fucking New York and stuff like that just for it to get a little bit better. But hey, um, definitely I love the members singing on this record. harmonizing and shit like that, and Missy holding it down and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? This track was actually pretty good. I fuck with
Nice beat. Um, that's really about it. Some of these tracks are just boring to me.
it.
You
Same
know,
shit. I Now we're gonna get into motherfucking Sister Bounce. My least favorite song off this album. Like, how you gonna have a song called Bounce and it's like a minute and 44 seconds and shit? Like,
oh man.
nigga, it's a speed bump for me and shit.
Again,
Yeah.
another short track on here with Missy rapping on it. How many of these do we have already on this album?
Too many to count.
Yo, this might be the worst sequence in the album. This might be the worst one that I've heard.
Right. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so fuck it. Next song we got is Swing Thing.
That was
Um
bad.
yeah, this is like this should have stayed on the cutting boards and shit. Like
What the hell? What? I'm convinced Devontae was on drugs. What was Devontae thinking when he came up when he did this song? This has nothing to. I felt like it's almost like the producer is overshadowing the group. You know what I'm
you
saying?
felt like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was like this is not your album. You already you tried that. You know what I'm saying, and you
Hmm.
failed at it. This is supposed to be the album for your group. Why are you on this album? Why are you trying to rap? You can't rap. You're a producer. Stay in your lane and
Oh
let Missy
shit.
and the group do what they doing here. Unfortunately, we got this whack ass track from Devontae, and it should have never been on this album.
Mm, that's funny and shit like that. Shit. Anyway, um, we got the next song, Brand New, which was the single and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Very cool song, very dope track right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can if they had more songs like this, man,
Yeah.
they could have it could have been fared better, in my opinion.
Yes.
But
This
no,
should have started off the album to me.
right? It's first single. You would think
First
the
single.
single.
Yes. The first single is they brand new because nobody know who the hell they are. That's how you start off the album. If you're not gonna give them a proper intro, then put the first single as the starter for the album. That's how I would open up the album.
No, we gotta have Devontae masturbating and shit. You know.
Is that what he was doing? I
What
missed that one. That was another hidden skit. I didn't hear that one, but this is how I would have started off the album. This song was actually good. It's their well, I don't know if it's their only single. It's the only single for me because that's the only video that I've seen from them. You
right.
know, and you had like is that a nice beat. You had some beatboxing on there. I was probably Timbaland doing that because Timbaland did a lot of the beatboxing sounds for his records. The bass line was dope, and they just talking about a guy making them feel good, and I liked it. The video was dope. They were like on the top of a rooftop and like on the projects or something, and this is how you start off the album to me. I would have been like, yo, forget the intro. We're gonna start off the album with this song. It's brand new. That's how you starting off. Brand new album, brand new group. Nobody know you. That's how we're gonna start. That's gonna be your introduction to the world. But they didn't do that. But I think this is a one of the best songs on this album.
Yeah, like I said, the last couple of tracks, like it had like with the fan mail, and I always bring fan mail up. Earlier tracks was like eh, but then
You
the last couple of
you
tracks
thought
went
you
into
thought Fan Mail was had bad sequencing?
yes,
Really?
yes.
Compared to this?
Oh no, fan mail sequencing was better than this, but
Mhm.
still, compared to the first two TLC albums and shit like that, yeah, it had bad sequencing.
So like the way that Fan Mail started off with the title track, wouldn't it started off with Fan Mail?
The title track, I can leave the title track, but then they also had those little skits, and I never liked that unpretty song. You can have your hair if
Yeah,
you
I didn't
want.
care for that.
Well, I never
But
heard
I
that.
mean that was like their TRL song. That
Yeah,
it's like I understood, but I didn't care for it, but I understood why they did it.
right.
But I thought Fan Mail was a great album. It's
It's oh
a
to me, it's
lot
kind
better
of
than this shit.
it is, but and people overrate that. I kind of
They do.
overrated.
They do. They do.
Like
Because I've heard people say I don't think it's better than the first two albums. I still think
hell no.
Crazy Sexy Cool and the first album were great. But Fan Mail was good. I enjoyed Fan Mail.
Yeah, it was good, but Ooh on a TLC tip. That's my favorite TLC album.
That was a great album.
Yeah, Crazy
Yeah.
Sexy Cool was good,
Mm-hmm.
but with Left Eye dealing with the whole legal situation, you didn't really have a lot of Left Eye on the album, but it was still a classic album. Regardless,
Right.
of course, Creep, Red Light Special,
Yeah.
but for all my diehard TLC fans, there's this one unreleased track on Crazy Sexy Cool called "My Little Secret." It was a Left Eye joint.
Yes.
Fire
I
track.
remember that. I
That
remember
should have
that.
been on the fucking album
Yeah.
and stuff too. But
There was some controversy with why they didn't put it on. It was too dark or something.
yeah, because she was talking about like a lot of shit, like the Andre Horizon thing. I think her
Right.
father's dead. Like that was probably Left Eye's best performance in TLC.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck some niggas up.
Mhm.
Left Eye's solo albums, Supernova,
Mhm.
better than Fan Mail and 3D. I don't give a fuck what no one says.
I don't know. I still got to go with Fan Mail. Supernova was good. That's her best solo album.
Yeah, like that the production, Left Eye just doing her thing and shit like that. I don't give a fuck. That's a classic to me. But Crypt Keeper Clive Davis fucked up the marketing and shit like that
Yes.
because he was still mad about the fucking when they held up in his office and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When they were talking,
Right.
when he was talking to Puff and
Yeah.
stuff like that too. So
Mhm.
crazy. Thank you, Crypt Keeper Clive. But yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say about that.
What song we on?
Right now we are on "I Want to Be With You."
Okay.
Love this song. "I Want to Be With You." One of my favorite tracks off this album. Well, on my short list of favorites, if you say that. It uses that Isley Brothers "Groove With You" sample. You know what I'm saying? Which that was a beginning. A lot of people was beginning to use Isley Brothers samples around that time.
Mhm.
You know, R. Kelly and Aaliyah was pretty much
Right.
covering and songs, and then y'all know how that shit goes. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But yeah, this was a pretty dope track.
MC Light used the same sample for "Too Young for What."
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh,
Yes. And I love that. I love that train. And yeah, this was a good song too. This really dope beat, really smooth melody, and they killed it. And I'm like, these songs should have been starting off the album, and instead we get it towards like the end of the album, and it's just bad sequencing.
right. That's definitely a bad sequencing indeed. Next track, "Good Thing." This used the Jones Girls "Who Can I Run To" sample, way before Escape and stuff like
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? Again, another fire track where I felt like the beat and the vocals was definitely on par with one another. You know what I'm saying? This should have also been a single, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should have been a single. You know what I'm saying? I fucking like this track.
This was good. I do prefer the Escape sample over this one.
Same.
Cause this one, like the way that Devontae used it, it was like more of the beat was faster to like a
Yes,
slower groove. But I still think that this could have been a single, and again another good record that we get towards the end of the album.
definitely. Oh, Devontae, shit. Okay. One of my favorite producers, man, but I don't know, man. Shit. I'm track number 19. "Feel of Your Lips" featuring Mary J. Blige, Virginia Williams, and KC. This is actually my favorite track off this album. You know, it's crazy.
Mm,
A lot of diehard fans and critics say, um, this track right here was like a favorite. And you know me, I don't always like to listen to the general public, but
right.
this is one of the few times I gotta say, yeah, this is probably
Yeah.
my favorite track and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It pretty much feels like one of the most complete songs on this record and stuff. You know, a
Hmm.
nice little sex, mid '90s sex kind of jam and
Yeah.
stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? You had a young Casey and Mary J. Blige on this record and stuff like that too. You know, Casey doing this or
Yeah.
harmonizing and shit like that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
y'all know how Casey does it.
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty dope record. I love it.
This was a great song. This should have been a single. Definitely one of the better songs on this album. The beat, the percussions, the bass line. It had that classic Jodeci sound to it. And then on top of that, you got the queen of hip hop soul, Mary J. and KC from Jodeci on here as well. This should have been the single. And again, we get another great record towards the end of this terrible sequenced album.
Definitely.
Mike was good.
What's good, Mikey? And then we end off with one more skit because you know they have to end off with a skit
Of
called
course, of
Sister
course.
Mac.
Cause that's how they started off this album.
Mm.
Jesus Christ.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Where do I start? Where do I start? I don't want to say this album was a failure. But there are some quality songs.
I'll say it.
This is what I'm going to say. I felt like there was a lot of good ideas on paper, but it did not translate in the execution. I felt like the first half was riddled with like a lot of skits, a lot of "Hey girl, what's up?" Those kind of shits. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those. Hey, it was like a lot of talking, but not a lot of singing. If that
Right.
makes sense. I kind of, and this is one thing I hate about unreleased albums sometimes, because you know niggas always want to be like, "Oh, this album is shelved. It's automatically a holy grail and shit like that." Sometimes it's not always like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like with this album, it got surrounded a lot by the legend of the
Yeah.
basement,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. You know,
Right.
because the second half of the album, while it still had its flaws, it sounded a bit more focused and shit.
Right.
Especially those last four tracks, minus Sister Mac
Hmm.
and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, I felt like I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna be 100% real. Missy definitely was standing out.
Yeah.
I felt like the other girls, was very good vocally, but they didn't have an identity on their own
Right.
and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But Missy definitely stood out with the songwriting and the rapping, and you can definitely have a distinctive feel about what Missy was on and shit like that too. So overall, I'm gonna give this a 2.5 out of 5.
Mm. You're generous.
Because I still like,
When you look at, Mhm.
cause
Go ahead.
like I said, the production was still good. The songs itself, you know, you just gotta know. Excuse me, damn. You just gotta know exactly what to look for.
Right. When you look at a super legendary producer like Dr. Dre and how he went about producing albums from like Michelet and Snoop Dogg, did stuff for everybody, whole Death Row and everybody outside of that. He never got involved besides the production. When you look at Eric Sermon and the stuff he did for Redman and Keith Murray and Marley G and so many others, he never got involved except for the production and maybe they might have wanted uh, a feature. You know what I'm saying? When you hear this album, Devontae has his hands all over it, but it feels more like Devontae, the legend of Devontae, and what he's done for Jodeci, and bringing that baggage over to this group when nobody ever heard of them. They didn't do no features on nobody else's album or remixes. They brand new, just like they song says, brand new, coming out for the first time, and it felt more like Devontae featuring Sister. You know what I'm saying? On top
Right.
of that, Missy, out of the four girls, Missy's the only one that you hear mostly. What
Thank
happened to
you.
the other three women? They didn't stand out vocally. Not one of them. When you hear Escape, all four of them stand out. Whether it's Tiny, whether it's Candy, Tamika, Latasha, all four of them stand out. When you hear TLC, all three of them stood out. Other than Missy, the other three were like non-existent. This could have been Missy's debut solo album with Devontae on the boards, and,
Right.
and and the sequencing was bad. This is the worst sequencing album I've heard for an R&B album. The sequencing was off. You got the three good songs at the end of the album when they should have been starting off the album. Those interludes and skits have to go. This is why the label did it, like show the album. I can see why they did it now, because this was terrible. You know what I'm saying? The sequencing was bad. You got a lot of songs on here. It was wasted beats, and it was boring. A lot of songs where it was like short songs featuring Missy rapping when it could have been full songs. I don't like it. The three good tracks to me on here was the ones we just talked about: Brand New, Good Thing, and Pure Lips. So for me, I'm here with one mic. It's the production. It's like it's the hip hop soul, boom bap, Jeep R&B. But again, the tracks, a lot of tracks were boring. None of the others stood out except for Missy, and it's not good. I can see why they shoved it now. So
Mm, disappointing.
yeah,
Oh, shit.
Christian, I hope you love the review because I didn't like this album.
Shit. But yeah, give me one quick second. I'm gonna take my
Yeah,
trash out right quick. I'm gonna probably stay
okay.
on for like a little bit anyway. I got a lot of work to do. But
Jermaine Dupri, same with him. Like when he produced, he let the artists do their thing, whether it's Jagged Edge, Bow Wow, Crisscross, whoever, Escape, The Brat. He already had his albums. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if when it's time for him to do a feat or do a rhyme or whatever, you have your own albums to do. You ain't gotta get on your own artist albums unless they want you to. Devontae ain't have that, and I felt like he chose to do that on this album when he shouldn't have did that. I watched the Bill Russell documentary. No, I didn't see it. I didn't know you had a documentary out. This is the first time I'm actually hearing this album because, like I said, it was never released. Never saw it in any record store. I don't remember seeing it on any streaming. YouTube had it, but YouTube had like a different track listing for the album. But even with that, the albums it was just bad. And they actually had Brand New as the first track. The intro was like all the way down at the end of the album. So they might have had the same idea that I had, like start the album off with Brand New. Yeah. Missy, I'm glad she went solo. If Missy didn't go solo, we would not be talking about her right now. She saw something back then, like yo, I gotta leave this group. Yeah, Fly Like an Eagle, Steve Miller Band, classic record. It's been sampled a lot. I believe Heavy D and the Boys sampled that for the Who's the Man track. A lot of other people sampled that. I think Seal did a rendition for the song. Albums with bad quality, and any of the first Wu solo albums had bad mastering. ODB's first album, Takal, Cuban Link. RZA mixed those albums like terrible. Yeah, some albums need mastering. They need a remix. Favorite Source magazine covers? Run DMC February '93. That was like the first time they came back from the hiatus and came back with a different look with the bald heads and the black boots. Down with the King was coming out. Um, what's another one out that was great? The Red Man cover. I forgot. I think that was '94. I forgot what month it was. You got like the shades on, the red background, and there's a Dark Side was coming out. Um, the Mary J. Blige cover, the winter issue of I think that was 94. I want to say 95. Like the year end review issue with maybe got like the winter coat on, like it was like I think it was like a white winter coat with fur hood. She had like some boots on. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot of great source covers.
Were y'all talking about the source?
Great source covers.
Ooh,
Favorite source covers.
who asked that? Christian?
Christian. Yeah.
Oh, yes, you. Okay, cool.
I'm going off of memory because I don't have any of my magazines anymore. I'm going off of the memories of those covers.
Honestly, my personal favorite source cover was from 1995 with Nate Dogg, Corrupt, Daz, and Joel. That was a classic one.
Was that them at the dinner table?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that one.
I even
That one
like
was
the
good.
one. I even like the one with Eminem's first source cover with the chainsaw and shit.
I remember that. Yeah, he used to do that a lot when he was like on tour. He would perform Criminal, and he would come
Yeah,
out with the Jason mask and the chainsaw. He had like the overalls on.
that's cool.
Favorite boot camp clique members? Starane, Tech, Buckshot, Sean Price, rest in peace. I just saw that interview that Rockness Monster did on Talib's podcast. It was great.
Oh, you mean Kun Talib?
Phenomenal interview. Like Rock told a lot of he told a lot of like stories I didn't even know. Like he said there was what did he say? He said something about a song. I was like, I never knew that about that shit.
Mm.
It was great. That was a great episode that he did.
Mike said underrated Stevie Wonder song. I got skeletons in closet, in my opinion. Ooh, I got one. Visions from Inner Visions.
Um Underrated Stevie song.
This movie out of
Um, I want to from Talking Book. I believe what's the name of it? What's that? I believe when I fall in love, it'll be forever. That one.
yes. Ooh.
That one. That's one of my favorite songs from the Talking Book album.
Yo, I'm over here watching Idlewild. I don't even know what the fuck this movie is about.
What made you want to watch that? I thought you saw it already.
I never seen the whole thing. It was on Tubi, so I was like, I can watch for free.
You never
So
saw it?
not the whole thing. I saw bits and pieces
That
of
movie was
BT.
bad.
All I had to start when fucking clocks were
Um,
talking. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? Then Terrence Howard was playing Lucius
I told
before
you that movie
Lucius
was
and
bad.
shit.
Yeah.
I was like, so this is why you haven't dropped another album and shit.
He has writer's block, supposedly.
Shit. That Riders Block lasted like 20 years and
Mike
shit.
said he like Ottawa. Wow. You're the only one I know that like Ottawa, Mike.
It's like they have Bruce was in this shit? Oh wow.
Y'all
Is that
remember the
Pedalo though?
song "Gonna Fly Now"? I don't know that song. "Gonna Fly Now," the Rocky theme. Is that the name of it?
Which Rocky movie was that in,
I
Ronnie?
don't know. "Gonna Fly Now." I don't know that one.
I wanna fly like an eagle in the sea. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
That movie was bad. I don't care what it was about. Could have been a horror film. It was. I didn't care for it.
Hugh said, "What is the most underrated Stevie Wonder album?" Journey Through the Lives of Plants, in my opinion.
I don't know. I haven't heard all these albums. I've heard the classic ones. I don't feel like the classics are underrated. So
You gotta listen to Journey Through the Lives of Plants.
do you think that one is the underrated one?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a classic?
To me, it's a cult personal classic to me. But everyone says that Stevie lost his mind because he made an album full of about plants. But that was like a soundtrack through like a documentary and stuff
So
like that.
songs in the Key of Life, Inner Visions, Hotter Than July, Talking Book, even the Jungle Fever soundtrack. I think all of those are classics. I don't think none of those are underrated.
Even.
You know what I'm saying? There's other stuff. Maybe those are underrated. Inner Visions, is that a classic too?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. To me, a lot of people say it's classic period and it's songs in Key of Life. But I feel like Hotter Than July, songs in the key. I mean, Journey Through the Lives of Plants. Those are classics in my opinion. But you know niggas and shit.
Oh yeah, Danny Hastings. Danny Hastings is a legendary photographer. He did a lot of classic hip hop, pics and stuff. And yeah, J. Rule's album is great. Idlewild soundtrack was definitely trash. I don't think there's a question about it. I think that was definitely they only bad album to me.
Mm. Yo, that song "These Three Words" from that Jungle
Mm,
Fever soundtrack slaps.
yes, that's a great soundtrack, definitely,
Yes.
and it fits the mood of that movie. Like the parts with Wesley Snipes. I forgot his name in that in that film with his character, and he's like when he's with his daughter and his wife,
Yeah.
it fit that mood of the movie. You know,
These.
yeah,
You know what?
that's a great soundtrack.
Fuck this movie right now. I'm about to jam to some Stevie right now. Fuck. I love the Soul Train episode when he did a tribute to Stevie Wonder and he was dancing with all the Soul Train dancers and stuff like that. And he did
I don't
Stevie.
remember that one.
Oh man. If I find it, I'm gonna send it to you. That's one of my favorite Soul Train performances ever, man. Even what Stevie was wearing was fly as fuck. I was like, yo, whoever dressed Stevie up that time was ill. Like, cause sometimes I'm sorry, they be having Stevie Wonder looking like what the fuck, like sometimes and shit. I be like, yo, y'all can do this blind man better and shit.
Wow.
That's why I would hate to be blind and motherfuckers be picking out my clothes and shit like that. I was like, I may not see shit, but I know if I'm funky or not. You know what I'm saying?
Katie got traded to Phoenix. I don't. Oh shit! Wow.
These three words, sweet and simple. These
And the Knicks
three.
are getting back bums. They're not. How do you trade two All Stars for bums? Like, they're not getting back nobody good in that trade. That is
Shit.
crazy. They could have went to the Knicks and for bums if that's the case. Wow. Yeah, Brooklyn gonna be out of the playoffs real quick.
Eric! What's up?
Crazy. Eric was good.
Yeah, Christian, that was 1991 and stuff like that. It's crazy because Stevie Wonder only appeared in Soul Train like 4 times and shit. Wow. Yeah, Michael Jackson, he sold his catalog. I was like, stupid.
I didn't see that Soul Train episode with Stevie. I don't know.
I'm gonna send it to you right now. Hold on. Yeah. Like I said, I would hate to be blind and y'all motherfuckers be having me looking like God knows what. I'm just gonna be real with you. God forbid if I ever be blind. If God forbid if I ever be blind and shit like that, I don't give a fuck. Y'all better be.
I don't think these people. No, I don't
You
think
said
these people
what?
let him do that.
No,
I don't think
because
these
I've been
people will let
seeing
him,
some.
like, look crazy.
I remember one time at one performance, they had this nigga dressed up like a cowboy or some shit like that. I'm just like, what the fuck?
But
Jesus
that could have been his
Christ.
choice though. He could have been. He could have told his people, "I want to look like a cowboy."
So a blind man wants to look like a cowboy and shit. Okay. All right.
I mean, I don't know. I'm saying
I'm just
I don't think what would make them go to Stevie and be like, "Do you want to look like a cowboy today, Stevie?" You know what I'm saying? That had to have been him.
at least when Ray Charles would be looking like a pimp and shit like that. Every time I be seeing this nigga, I was like, this nigga be on heroin as fuck and stuff like that. He still be looking fresh as a motherfucker.
I love the Nas I Am album cover because Nas had to actually go through that mold to get that King Tut look for the album cover. That's a
And
brilliant
he
album
almost
cover.
died. He
He
almost
almost
died
died,
because
right? Brilliant album cover by Nas. I
man,
love
if
that. And
God
Keenan Link
forbid
on
if
this,
you would
of
have
course.
God forbid if you would have died on that album cover, niggas would be calling him the greatest rapper ever. I kid you not. Watch.
But we called him that a long time ago before I Am came out. But
Well,
you know,
well, you know what I mean. You know, niggas be
yeah,
like, oh, that's a. You know how niggas be over enthusiastic and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
just letting y'all know, I just took an edible, so if I'm a little hot and wired, don't mind me and shit. So,
yo.
damn, they took out that performance. Ugh, YouTube, fuck you.
Same question for you, Reg. Favorite cover by Danny Hastings.
Who the fuck is Danny Hastings?
That's he's a legendary photographer. He did a lot of hip hop album covers. I Am, Sun Rises in the East, Stevie Link,
Oh,
Danny
um,
Tinkle.
damn. And you said he did the Sunrises in the East, right?
Yes, he
Then
did
that's my
the first album from JVA. He did Into the Wu Tang,
yeah.
uh, Capital Punishment. What
Oh,
else did he say?
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna send it right now, Eric. Give me 1 second.
he has a page on Instagram actually.
Okay, my fault, cause y'all, I've been hearing that name. And I'm just like, yo, who are these people and shit like that. I'm just like, yo, who are these people and stuff.
Have you
Yeah, I
guys
miss when
seen the
art.
live performance of
You
Part
said
Time
what?
Lover with Stevie and Boy George? I never saw that.
Yeah, that was on the Motown Returns to the Apollo, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mike.
Unbelievable. That
I
they're
said
the
to Eric,
only franchise I know that could have two All Stars and completely fuck up their whole team.
who?
The Brooklyn Nets,
Oh, check
terrible.
it.
How do you have it? How does that happen?
Check your Instagram, by the way. I sent you a clip of that Stevie Wonder shit. Remember when R&B, you can actually have a fucking movie. These days R&B is like, let's go to the club, let's get fucked up, all that kind of,
Crazy,
that's the R&B Chris Brown was making.
crazy.
But let me stop. Last year was actually a good year for R&B. Ari Lennox,
Right.
SZA, Babyface,
Mm-hmm.
um, Silk Sonic came out the year before last, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Lucky Day, he had a good album. Lizzo had a good album.
Beyonce, fuck it.
Beyonce,
Well, it was house, but fuck it, you know.
it's still yeah.
What's
What's
up,
good,
Eric?
Eric?
What's up, yo? What's up?
Chilling.
Vibing.
I see you over there vibing. You off one of the edibles, ain't
Yeah. I'm just over here trying to like get my mind right, you know. I might put an all nighter, honestly.
you? Well, that's cool. I've been fucking working with this turntable and stuff, trying to get my scratching situated and stuff.
Oh, I feel you. I see you got some UB40 in your collection.
Yeah, I did like
Oh,
Earth Got Screaming. I was mixing and scratching on that with my turntable I just got.
Gotcha. By the way, since we're all here, collection video is gonna be the week of 420. Just letting y'all know.
yes.
All right,
Jump.
they're gonna be on my birthday. So my birthday on 2 days before the April 18th.
That's what's up.
Another 2
Yeah,
months.
I'm gonna do that collection video before I go out of town to see Janet Jackson and Ludacris. So I'm ready. Fucking ready. Woo!
And oh yeah, speaking of Ludacris, I heard he was out here dissing the guy's son Nas. What's up with him, man? He must have had too much of that peanut butter stuck in his mouth again. Like, what's going on with him, man?
You said what Ludacris do?
I heard he was out here dissing Nas or something.
He did
Was
what?
this a Nas?
Yeah, like I seen some story of him having a diss track about Nas or some stupid shit. I don't know. It's 2023. Like,
Wow.
niggas do anything. I don't know what the hell's going on out here. Like, I just be hearing niggas just be acting crazy.
I don't know. I gotta read up on that shit.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. Okay. You got niggas at the Grammys worshiping the devils and shit in their performances. I'm like, what? And like, I don't know what the hell these folks doing when they perform and shit. Like, they know what they be doing. Like, why these niggas just can't get on stage and perform? Like, they got to do the most, man. They don't even try to cover it up no more. Like, we just the devil now. Like, it's fake.
Right.
Niggas are just funny. That's all.
I was looking at one of these performances. I'm like, these motherfuckers are just. I bet the devil was rubbing his hands together like Birdman. Like, yep, they put some respect on my name. Yep.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, Christian wants to throw in another request.
What we doing?
He said if Eric show up in the stream and if I get money, I'll request Betty Davis's Nasty Gal
No.
album.
I ain't get paid for this one at first, Christian.
Late, you late, man. Late on the
I ain't
payment.
get paid for this one yet.
I told you he already sent to my Cash App. I told you that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
you
take it
didn't
back.
even tell me, right?
I literally told you all of this. I literally told you all of this days ago.
He
I
wants,
said I'm
he wants
coming back.
Betty Davis nasty gal. Betty Davis, the white girl.
No,
No.
Miles Davis's wife.
What?
Oh, okay.
See, these are the requests I fucking like. I don't give a. That's that funk. That's funk right there. Okay.
He's right there. This Black History Month. This could be a review for this month. You know, put respect on Betty Davis' name.
Yeah, Christian, just let me know when you got the money and shit. We got you.
Y'all keep giving out those Mason Red's gonna be doing these reviews all the time.
For real, because like I said, I told y'all niggas I was gonna be on my break, but Christian sent me a very intriguing album to talk about. That's all I'm gonna say, intriguing and stuff too. So
It was so intriguing. He had to put his hands up like he had the Holy Ghost.
because motherfuckers like say that they're gonna donate shit, but they didn't donate shit.
And make sure they like bill, motherfucker. Shit, do I want to donate to this? Or I do have to pay my light bill though. But I don't know, man.
But you know me, I'm not that mad because I get money any kind of way and shit like that. So you know me.
I just got that bad, and I just saved that shit. I'm like, niggas ain't offering me no donations. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to work. Kick my ass.
Shit. But you know I'm just fucking around with y'all niggas and shit.
It's a joke. Don't report me.
Ronnie said these 3 words or you and I. Oh, I gotta go with you and I, Ronnie. That's like my favorite Stevie Wonder song, right?
I love these 3 words though. I love that song.
Is it really possible to pick a favorite Stevie Wonder song though? That's the thing.
I don't know.
Too many.
It's too many.
Too many.
Like niggas can easily pick a favorite Adele song, but I can't pick a favorite Stevie Wonder song and shit. Any song where Adele's talking about how she broke up with somebody. Now that she's dating the black guy. Watch when she breaks up with the black guy and shit like that. Watch.
She's engaged to LeBron James' agent, Rich Paul.
Who?
Adele. That's who she engaged to.
Oh, she thinks she's gonna get that money, don't she?
She have her own money. She don't need him.
There's a difference between white money and black money. Let's just.
What's the difference?
Out here trying to. So Adele out here. I was saying, so Adele out here trying to be on her Taylor Swift shit, like having numerous breakups to make music now.
Let me tell you something. There's a difference between white money and black money. That's all I gotta say.
How?
You said what?
How? It's all green. How? What's the difference?
I mean, I'm not talking about the color. I'm just talking about the ways they get it. It's the ways they get it and shit. You know.
Well, I mean, he's a sports agent. He has more than one high-profile athlete that he's representing.
True.
You know.
Like look at Kim and Kanye and shit. Look at OJ and Nicole. That's all I gotta say and shit, you know.
Kim got rich off of Ray J for no reason. Or for a sex tape for no reason.
A sex tape that Kris Jenner told her to do twice.
Right. Exactly. They know what they were doing.
How your old mama watching a sex tape?
Yeah. Robert Kardashian is rolling in his grave, bro.
Jesus Christ. I swear to God, if my mama ever watched me having sex, man, just shit. But you be having the parents that be watching the kids have sex. It's not even funny. Shit. She's like, I breastfed this motherfucker. I might as well watch him get some pussy and shit, you know?
Kanye rich. He was a billionaire until he fucked that up.
Man, Kanye's gonna be a billionaire again. Watch, just watch.
Yeah,
you'll see.
Have you seen the Betty Davis documentary, Eric?
Oh,
I seen like about her. I didn't know they made a documentary about her. Yeah,
it's on Tubi.
I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't know.
Well, this was actually.
Right.
I just said this was actually good.
Okay, that's cool. Hopefully, it went on a bootleg, so that's cool.
Overplayed song, Aerosmith, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, with Eagles Hotel California.
God, I hate both of those.
Hotel California.
I'm gonna have to go with I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
I don't know. I can't pick because I like both of those songs.
Sometimes I
only know Hotel California. I don't know the other song, so I'd rather burn that shit up. I don't even want to hear that anymore.
Aerosmith, that one was a big hit. Like they played that in movies and shit.
Yeah, I fuck with Aerosmith though, but I fuck Hotel California. So many re-editions of that shit. Like, how many people gonna make a re-edition of these damn songs? Like, stop it.
Right. I agree.
I like Aerosmith when they were on drugs and shit. After '77, it was very hit or miss for me.
Drugs, Reg. We ain't trying to let see these legends die. Like, come on now. Mary Jane can't snort.
I didn't say I want to see these legends die. I'm just saying if you know how to take drugs right, you make good music, then so be it and shit. You know.
Some drugs you might be out of here after one take, so we ain't trying to use them like that. See, drugs are much stronger. Drugs ain't like they used to be. All this shit stepped on now, so like they used to be.
Like whatever happened to the good drugs and shit.
Oh, man.
You see how Ray Charles was after he got off that board? Like, come on now.
Man, Ray Charles was a fucking superhero. This nigga got pussy, heroin, and he was blind at the same time.
No way.
Niggas, how you blind and you fighting motherfuckers, and you used to whoop motherfuckers' ass when you blind, like.
Right.
Got on Ray Charles' side, man.
Let me show y'all something. Shit.
No, it takes you gonna play, so go on to play it.
No, not that clip, and shit, but it's a different clip.
You can never trust a man.
Then all of a sudden, one of his backup singers talking about how he used to beat on her and shit like that. I was scared. I was like, but this nigga blind though. Like, you can't even see that. You can't even see that coming. Like niggas can't see that shit coming and shit.
What are we gonna do with you, man? I'm
just saying. Like if I ever get my ass whooped by a blind nigga, man, just shoot me down.
Wow. Okay.
Like.
I'm gonna just take my.
just put a dunce hat in my fucking head. Give me a donkey for the day. Shit.
I don't know why you tripping out that big girl. That big girl could have got it. Shit. Ray Charles was tripping.
All right, come on, step up.
I knew you was gonna play this. Yeah, man, he tried to cheat for us, man. Yeah, that ain't 50.
$50 ain't good enough for you?
That ain't 50. Keep count.
I guess you want charity since that record of yours ain't selling.
You guys son of a bitch. You don't supposed to do no shit like that, man. Like,
All right,
man,
come on, step up.
tried to cheat my boy.
You want to keep counting?
Like Ray Charles made himself look like a superhero.
That ain't 50. Keep counting.
He's
Guess
a
you
right.
want charity since that record of yours ain't selling.
You telling my do this right.
Oh shit! I gotta play one more clip for y'all. One more.
I'll leave when I get a goddamn ready. Well, you get goddamn ready now. Oh shit, man.
You lay up in my bed every night. My bed. I'm gonna have this baby right.
No,
No.
no, no.
No,
Any kid could have had a lifetime achievement award after that. Like, he's a legend, man. Not only was he a legend after Boondock, but that's a 5-star performance right there. I ain't seen nothing better after that. That's true black performance right there. No way, no way. Yeah, I'm pregnant with your baby.
I like this question.
strictly business.
Best third album by light skinned niggas. Christopher Williams, Not a Perfect Man, or I'll Be Sure, Sexy Verses.
Sexy verses.
Be sure with that.
I don't know the Not a Perfect Man album.
You said what?
I said Albie shit with the unibrow.
Yeah, man. Get
You
it
got the
right
AD unibrow.
now. That was Albie Shore's porn album. I'm gonna be real with you. He was nasty as fuck on that album.
Right?
I'm just like, this nigga Albie. He was like, I'm not gonna dance no more. I'm just gonna grind on motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He out here hunting like he's Michael Jackson. Should I see you, boy?
Yo.
Well, I never heard that Christopher Williams. I'm not even the biggest Christopher Williams fan like that, honestly.
I like the first album from when was that, 93? That one was good. I didn't hear nothing else after the first album.
I don't even know who y'all talking about.
Kareem Akbar from New Jack City.
Yeah.
Oh, the educated brother from the bank.
Yeah. Kareem.
Yeah.
That nigga was stupid as fuck. Why you gonna go to the court? Like, you already seen
You.
Why would you do that? You supposed to get out of town.
Niggas.
This nigga Nino out there snitching and shit. See, this shit is bigger than Nino Brown. If I'm going down, I'll take the whole bunch of niggas back with me. I'm like, this is Cosby 6ix9ine, burnt, choco face ass nigga. I'm like,
Idolator, your soul is acquired in hell.
And that old man should have had the key to the city. Like, come on, man. The old man said he wasn't fucking around. I could tell he was a war veteran because, you know how some of these old black war veterans be when some of these young niggas want to talk to him. Like, man, fuck you, old nigga. You ain't gonna do shit, boy. I said, shit, nah. You come over here. That's how you know you've been into a guillotine choke. Now, and I told you don't fuck with Charlie Ray Earl now. I told you, young nigga, stay away from my house now. Okay, let me go, man. Please help me, man. You know, you see YouTube videos like that every time when these old niggas drink hands and shit trying to fuck with one of these old, Rambo built dudes, man. And see, I like seeing shit like that. That goes to show you that some of us as young men in the black community, you just need to respect your elders, man. Help them cross the street, help them with their groceries. Just don't be out here talking shit about them because, some of these old dudes will just put their business on you, man. How you yoked up like baby boy, put you in that Melvin chokehold and shit.
Next. King of New York or Goodfellas? Goodfellas
all day, baby.
King of New York was great. That was a good movie too.
I love King of New York.
You ain't gonna be around to spend that fucking money, you fucking hump. Empty the whole clip on that guinea ass motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. Then he did it in front of all them motherfuckers. They were like, shit, fuck on. I wasn't getting paid for this nigga. I'm joining you, Frank. Shit, you the real deal.
Right.
I love that.
I
love that scene when Christopher Walken's character met Lawrence Fishburne kicked after he got out of prison. He did that fucking dance and shit.
Thanks.
I like when they was at the funeral where he killed that cop with that shotgun. I'm like, this is gangster as hell. He had that Sean off shotgun, blew that motherfucker's brains out. Next thing you know, all the cops running and shit. I'm like, that's how you supposed to do it. I told you motherfuckers to leave me alone. Motherfuckers running up on you like the Black Panthers used to do back in the day. You ain't gonna be selling no dope to the kids, suckers. Niggas used to run up on the pimps and shit back in the day, man. Nowadays, these niggas too scared to cross the street when a white person do something.
Right. When I first watched the movie, I'm just like, Christopher Walken as a gangster. This I gotta see.
Right.
He played the shit out there on road though, especially like what the subway scene when him and that girl was on the subway. He was trying to get his little touch filling on. Then the little dude tried to run up on him and see he had that strap on him. Then he did the coolest thing I ever done seen a gangster do. This dude gonna pull out a wad of money. He was like, man, if y'all want some more, meet me at the hotel, get down with me, man. That was some real shit right there, because he easily could have killed the motherfucker.
Oh, shit. All right,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna stay on for another 10 minutes, yo. Q said better pimp movie, The Mac or Superfly. Ooh,
Superfly.
The
yeah.
Mac.
See,
No,
Q,
man.
that's a good question, Q. Damn,
Superfly wasn't no pimp movie though. He was a drug dealer,
I'm gonna
but
have
he
to go
was a
with
fly. But he was a fly motherfucker at the same time though. Like the Mac was a pimp movie though. He was actually a pimp who went a drug dealer. They was trying to get him back in the drug game though, but he wasn't trying to do that though, because he understood this pimping. It was in him. Like it's the difference between being a drug dealer and a pimp. And a pimp, those are two different worlds. You know,
exactly.
they intertwine with each other though, but it's on a whole nother level when you pimping a bitch and you out here on the block selling dope and shit.
You know what's crazy about the movie The Mac?
Mhm.
Richard Pryor don't remember shit about that movie because he was high on cocaine and shit.
Shit. He had to remember anything. He had a glorious performance. You motherfucking
That was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite Pryor performances ever. I don't give a fuck.
that boy Richard Pryor was in that role, man. Please, nigga, you wanna die? Yo, man, pretty Tony could have just took the L, man. I mean, your bitch chose her, man. That's the rules of the game. If a bitch gonna choose another pimp, you gotta deal with it.
Right. Ooh, they got The Mac on fucking cinema. Oh hell yeah.
Got that shit on DVD, so I don't gotta go through all that.
Excuse
I
me.
need the soundtrack though.
Yeah, that soundtrack's hard to come by.
What's that? The Mac?
Yes, sir. Yo, Christian
I need
Icebergs. Go ahead.
I need the coffee soundtrack too.
Iceberg Slim is the greatest pimp ever.
Hell yeah.
Yo, let me show you something, Christian. Hold on. Got his fucking autobiography right here.
Oh,
Coldest book ever.
Hell yeah. We need to make a movie of that. No, they don't. Because they remaking White Man Can't Jump. I don't want them to fuck up Iceberg Slim's legacy. So yeah. And we stop. I ain't give Hollywood no damn ideas. You see how they fucked up House Party. I
right.
don't see why the LeBron James was directing that movie. What was that?
LeBron James should stay away from movies, man. I'm telling you.
So that nigga should do a movie another day in this life, like Space Jam. Like really? Why y'all just can't leave the classics alone? Well, nobody trying to see no damn House Party remake. Nobody. Out of all movies. Really? Y'all didn't even have full force in the movie that I know of. You know, there was a Dollar Tree budget that they had. Come on now. Yeah, I want a state property remake. We should have had another state property movie. Or something like that.
How about no more remakes? That's all I gotta say.
Fact. Nobody don't want to see no White Man Can't Jump. Like, come on now.
With Jack Harlow, really?
Right? Jesus.
And I don't got nothing against that dude though, but like Hollywood, y'all know what y'all doing. Like y'all need to lay off the cocaine. Like, come on now.
Get off that crack.
You know what I think these motherfuckers be doing? I think they have like darts and shit. They be having like a big ass board of like classic movies, and wherever dart hit, like the movie, they try to remake the shit. Like it doesn't surprise me what some of these folks to do nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, I know LeBron broke that record. I heard about it all fucking day yesterday.
Yeah, apparently it was really big. I didn't know how big it was gonna be. I'm like, okay, I just thought, okay, he was gonna break it and that'd be it. They had like Usher was there, and Floyd Mayweather, and so many different stars was there. Huh?
And thank you for bringing up Usher, because he out here dressing up like a Powerpuff Girl. Like, what's up with Usher dressing up fruity ass dresses? This boy had the Astro Boy hooker boots on and shit. I'm like, no, Usher, they done got to you, man. Really, Usher? You couldn't wear a suit and nothing? Like, mm, it's Black History Month. Why would you do that? Like, come on now. Y'all just be embarrassing the black community. Y'all don't have no respect for yourself. Like, you made classic music. Like, why would you tamper with that? Yeah, I fuck with that confession though, but you see Usher out here dressing up like a hooker from the '70s and shit. Like, what's up with you, Usher?
That's a good question.
You can't say you was drunk or high, because I ain't never seen you do no shit like that.
Who's ready for Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show?
I think that's gonna
I'm
be
ready
that's gonna be
for the album.
that's gonna be good. Yeah. You know she's gonna bring out some friends with her.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully not Drake.
You know he might be there. You never know.
Drake still crying in the corner like man, A$AP Rocky got it. I could have been had it years ago.
What's that? I don't think I've heard that song, Christian. What sample is that?
I know what you're talking about. That's on the Pinata album.
I gotta re-listen to that. It's been years since I peeped that shit. Okay. Playing some Steely Dan right now and shit.
I hear you over there having a look about to for yourself. This is what. Put your lighters up, man. But don't burn down the house.
Oh no. I ain't Natalie Cole and shit.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you be playing fire. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about doing a Jefferson's breakdown in the next 2 weeks and shit.
Okay, that's what's up. Now there's people so I can Jefferson. I think Reds I had a I thought you dropped your camera. My bad.
I also dropped 2 CD recaps yesterday and the day before yesterday, so y'all check that shit out.
Yeah, I'm still looking at the first one.
Sam said War or Slide in the Family Stone. Slide, boy.
Ooh. Yeah, Slide.
Yeah, Slide in the Family song, but Galaxy is one of my favorite War songs.
Yeah, War has some heat though. They don't get talked about a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the thing to George Lopez. Like, how great can you get after that? Like,
I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of that Lowrider song. Ugh. Niggas don't talk about the world. It's a ghetto. Why can't we be friends? It's always that low. Why?
Flipping it, Martin.
Yep. Well, they know it because of the Ghetto Boy sampled it, so I would think they know that record.
For what? The world is a ghetto?
Yeah.
I mean, they know it, but at the same time, they don't talk about it a lot, you know?
You know, folks nowadays got amnesia. They can't even remember yesterday, let alone today.
That's funny.
I cry anymore. Man, better vocalist, Smokey or Al Green? Shit. I have to go with Al.
I'm more familiar with Al Green's work. I do know some Smokey Robinson's work, though, but I have to go with Al Green.
Smokey, man. Spill the Wine. I love that song, Spill the Wine, Ronnie. Shit. Damn, I go on break. Y'all have to give me some good questions and shit. Okay, shit. Maybe I should go on break more often and shit. Y'all talking about fucking rock music, pop music, R&B, Soul Train, Black exploitation and shit. I'm just like, what y'all got coming up next and shit? Living single, girlfriends, all that shit.
Yeah, man. I hear that shit.
I'm just talking shit right now.
Yeah, I know. That nigga said girlfriend. Like, really?
I might go CD Collected Friday or Saturday. I don't know yet.
I already got a good amount of shit, so I ain't trying to buy nothing else.
I feel you. I haven't bought any CDs since like fucking November and shit like that. I was like, you know what? It's time for me to get out my break and try to save enough money, pay some bills. You know, if I can get at least 9 or 10 CDs for the first week, I'll be good. Maybe some vinyls here and there, but you know. And you know what? I'm not gonna reveal no albums until 420. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Same. I'm not revealing shit till 420.
Right. The only thing I'm revealing is Source magazines or just random magazines and shit. But
Right.
Okay,
this is gonna be the popcorn edition. We're just gonna pop y'all with shit. Cause I'll be dropping some fucking crazy ass albums on y'all niggas and shit. Like
Yeah, you do.
we know, knowing you, yeah, we gonna see crazy shit.
I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna top last collection and shit.
I do.
And you
I
know
won't
what?
be, I won't
Go
be
ahead.
surprised with you.
And you know what? I'm gonna make this also interesting. We're
Mm,
not gonna do no surprise review. I'm gonna reveal the review, the album we're gonna talk about, you know.
okay.
And I wanna go way out the box for this one.
Uh-oh.
Ronnie said better fight scene. Ray Charles fight when he jumped on the man, or Victor and Jack fight scene. Oh, I gotta go with that Ray Charles fight. My nigga Victor threw
Yeah,
that paper. My nigga Victor threw that paper
that,
at
I see. I'm like, the only time I ever seen Young and the Restless. Anything after that, I'm like, fuck.
to this day the funniest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like that's why if a nigga comes at me and just go throw some paper at it.
Nah, I'm gonna save this motherfucking ass or shoot him in self-defense. Like he tried to stab me. Like I had to do what I had to do, sir.
Facts.
People don't fight no more. They shoot motherfuckers now. So I'm gonna do the same thing in self-defense.
No, my favorite was when fucking Victor threw that fucking poetry. I said, I will crush you. Yeah. I swear soap operas are hilarious. I don't know.
You can give me Game of Thrones. Y'all can keep the rest of that bullshit. I don't want to see that shit. I gotta see some motherfucking heads get chopped off or something. I don't want to see all that dramatic music.
You said
Then you
what?
have I said, just give me Game of Thrones. I don't want to hear all that lovey-dovey, crushy paper throwing shit.
It's not no love you. You gotta learn what to watch and shit, cause there be some heavy ass bullshit in some of them older soap operas and shit. Like
Music gonna make it more dramatic. You can tell when something about to happen if they get rid of music.
like fuck Game of Thrones and shit. I don't give a fuck about Game of Thrones.
Nah, I ain't gonna say all that shit.
Christian
I
said,
brought over Game of Thrones.
Christian said, is it a popular opinion that the 70s had the best titles for black movies?
Yes, I agree on that. Fucking Superfly, The Mac, Blackula,
Black.
Cleopatra Jones.
Uptown Saturday Night, Let's Do It Again.
Why?
See, we just had style and shit. Like we just had style and we named out shit. Once the 80s came, they got too conservative.
Young Blood. Coffee.
I mean,
Motherfuckers with heads blown off back then. Like nowadays, you can't even make movies like that. Oh, it's too sensitive.
Right.
Had some of the funniest fight scenes too. So you know, you can always go back to the '70s just like for entertainment purposes and shit.
Sheba Baby.
You know, I never seen Sheep Baby.
Yeah, she's real good. And even if you don't like the movie, you just want to look at Pam Grier fine ass. So that's a A plus for that thing. Yeah. You
Sam
ever seen
said,
that movie called it's a Western movie called Boss Nigga.
"Boss nigga."
Yeah, it got Fred Williamson in it.
Never seen that.
Yeah, that's a real good ass movie.
I like the title already, "Boss nigga."
The theme fire as fuck too. Like, go check out the theme song after you get off the live stream. This shit cool as hell.
Cool. Ronnie said, "So very hard to go by Tower of Power or Average White Band. Pick up the pieces." Surprisingly, I'm gonna have to go with Tower of Power. So very hard to go, just based on those horns and shit. That was before Lenny Williams did that stupid ass song and shit. Girl, you know, I love you. Gosh,
Shit, man. What you talking about?
I hate that fucking song. Oh my god, I hate that shit. "7 minutes of stupid ass nonsense and shit."
7 minutes of pennies being thrown at him.
Right.
Okay, there's a few more people. Fred Williamson is an underrated actor. I agree. Oh, Eric, I didn't even ask you. What did you think of that Grammy Awards tribute to the hip hop and shit?
I ain't even looked at it yet, but it could have had some more people on it though, from my opinion. Like from certain areas and stuff.
They even have Cypress Hill, but they about Lil Baby and Glorilla. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I'm like, why the fuck do y'all got them out there? Y'all could have had like JJ Fad or something. Like, why would you have these unstable creatures out there? Like Glorilla, really? Y'all giving big
Because
Grammy Award nomination?
Questlove was incorporating all eras. That's why they had the trap artists on there.
So Questlove was high.
Have some Rhapsody. What's Rhapsody?
I'm saying, like, what?
MC Light was a fucking announcer. You gotta invite her and shit. It's not like she can go down there, perform her shit, and go back up there and do her shit. Like,
I keep on there though. Like, Glorilla, really? Like, out of all female artists who actually know how to rap, like, why the fuck would you get her? Like, you done heard these unstable creatures say all types of shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I really want to question some of these hood boogers when y'all be hitting these girls from the back. Like, you really want to have kids by these hood rats? Like, we already know what it's gonna be. Like, this is love and hip hop shit right here. Like, I don't know, man. I don't even pay attention to the Grammys like that because I already know it's gonna be on some bullshit though. But like, the performance was real good from what I heard. But like, y'all could have had way better artists for like the new generation. Like, you having these people who ain't gonna even be high in the next 5 minutes. Like, come on now.
fucking Lil Uzi Vert coming out here with a gold hairstyle and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, what was that? Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Do you actually think that anybody gonna remember those two people in the next 20 years? They'll remember Lil Uzi Vert or something, or like Future or something. But like, Glorilla, really?
Hell, I would respect it if they even have Future and shit. I would respect the Future more than anybody. I'm not even the biggest Future fan.
I like Future.
Tribe. Or
I could have had Chief Keef up there or something. I wouldn't have had no problems with it. He got hit. He's a legend, man.
You know what's crazy though? JJ Fad did an interview, and they said that they were like among the first rappers to be nominated, and they weren't even asked about that shit.
Yeah, they don't ask these artists about that shit. Like, why didn't y'all just put them on there? Like, come on now.
Will Smith was supposed to be there too.
The first people on
Bad Boys and shit.
first people on Ruthless Records to have a gold album that started off the label. Like y'all
Yes,
forget about that. Like, come on now.
but it was a good tribute. Like they had like Run DMC, Scarface, Ice T, Locks Kane, fucking one motherfucking Big Boy from Outkast. Like it was, they said it all the coast, but it's like we all can't have our favorites up there. But once you get to post 2006 when they had all that trap shit, I'm just like, you know what, y'all could have picked somebody better for these like
Way better. Like
Lil Rel.
little Uzi Vert. Like, come on man. Y'all could have Future up there. Future got hit. I don't give a fuck none of y'all niggas say.
Yeah, Future made an impact, whether people like it or not. He had an impact on that trap shit. Hell, they had Too Short there. Why they haven't performed Blow the Whistle? Why not Life is Too Short? The Ghetto. Hell, Freaky Tales. Some clean parts of Freaky Tales.
Did they have any Midwest artists up? Did they have any Midwest artists up there?
They actually didn't have that many Midwest artists. No, Nelly. Nelly was there.
Okay, I would have liked to see Bone Thugs and Harmony up there. That's cool. Cause it seems like they always try to forget about Midwest artists and shit when they do these performances and stuff. It just ain't about the East Coast and West Coast and the South. Like you just can't skip past the Midwest. I don't see why certain people when they do these performances, like if you're gonna do all coast and all regions, you got to get everybody involved. Like
Exactly.
fuck them other two niggas. We don't care about them. Like you could have put somebody else up there.
Right.
But you got motherfuckers out here performing, devil worship in these performances and stuff. You can have all that though. You can have all the fire and niggas gyrating in devil uniforms and shit though, but you can't have everybody doing what they want to do in a perfect manner to celebrate hip hop for 50 years. But you can have these motherfuckers devil worshiping and shit on stage and stuff.
Exactly. Anyway,
And I like this. I like that song too though, but like, come on now.
Yeah, I was surprised Fat Joe didn't perform Lean Back or some Punch shit too. I was surprised.
Fuck that, Joe. Lean back
So
and
Method-
drink some Slim Fast. What you need to do?
Method. Well, like I said, it was a good tribute. I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't enjoy it, but once you got to after maybe 06, I'm just like, yeah, I could have picked some very bad. Hell, no, I'm not gonna say Little Brother because they're not together. Like, once I saw Lil Goku, Lil Uzi Vert, I'm just like, Questlove, seriously, Questlove,
Goku?
seriously,
Well, don't
Lil
you dare
Goku.
don't you like Goku to this dookie stained, panty wearing ass bimbo? How dare you, sir? From all
Like,
anime
first
fans around the world, shame on you, Red.
It's like, shit. First, this nigga try to look like a fucking Naruto character, Tsunade from fucking with the diamond on his head and shit like that. Now you trying to look like Goku. What's next? Astro Boy, nigga? Like,
It was
like Tsunade.
dressed up like Halloween. It wasn't surprised me that he had dressed up like Sailor Moon. That's how lost some of these kids are out here nowadays. You know,
If you would have done some Sailor Moon shit, I would have been over that nigga already.
don't you dare try to slander the legend known as Sailor Moon, Little Uzi Squirt. You ain't built like that, sir. I can't even remember the last song I heard you like actually sing.
You tried this Sailor Moon too?
I hope not. I said I wouldn't be surprised that he'll dress up like Sailor Moon at one of these performances. Like we just seen the boy Usher dress up like a hooker from a '70s black exploitation movie, but it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me what none of these motherfuckers are doing nowadays. Y'all see these white folks dressing up hookers and stuff. Y'all want to dress up like hookers. Like, come on now. You wearing dresses now, dude? Really, Usher?
That boy has not been right since they talked about his herpes and shit.
Right.
Hey, a classic album ever since then, nigga. Then you talk about making confessions too. Just stick with the first confession. Why you want to fuck something up? Leave
Thanks.
stuff in the past.
Hell, where the fuck was Most Def? Fucking
Right.
oh, that whole the first Black Star album was an important album for hip hop history and shit.
Yeah.
You know these folks got amnesia. These kids can't even remember past their bedtime, let alone most death. So it doesn't surprise me. They just pick motherfuckers. We just gonna
Well,
pick. We pick our niggas.
we got fucking Glorilla. Okay. Shit.
This bitch talking about she like. What?
I'm
I
sorry.
don't. We got little
I have to say
fucking
this.
brown.
You said what?
I mean, if you gonna get an artist of like that era, y'all could have had way better people. Y'all could have had Nicki Minaj up there or something. Like really?
You know the Grammys don't fuck with Nicki no more and shit.
Why not? What she do?
Because the president of the Grammy Awards and her have been having a feud for years because I think she's never really nominated for like pop category, some shit like that. And then she went on that rant earlier last year and shit too.
But what is she? Is she a pop artist or is she a rapper?
God, I
She's a
don't
mixture.
know.
She's a mixture, in my opinion. And nowadays, they can give all of us on this panel a Grammy. Anyone mean nothing. Like the prestige of the Grammy Award has lost its honor. They'll just give anybody on the street a Grammy right now. Like people who make the most garbage ass music nowadays can get a Grammy. But people who work their whole lives to make classic music can't get Grammys. Can't even get nominated. It's just like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm surprised they tried to. They even had Missy Elliott up here this year. I'm actually surprised. And they actually you have to vote for these people to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now. They don't actually put them in like they used to. You got to vote. So
It's crazy.
we might not even. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me though. Because at first, it was 15 years after your first album. Now it's 25 years after your first album.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. The Spinners, they have been in the ballot for like close to 20 years and shit like that. And they wait till all the members pretty much are dead before they're now inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and shit.
Crazy.
There's still no Shaka Khan and Rufus. Like, come on now. No Shaka Khan as a solo artist or Shaka Khan and Rufus as a group.
See,
No Fat Boy.
I was
Beverly
surprised Tribe Called Quest got nominated. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I love Tribe, but I'm just like, damn, y'all went really hip hop with this one. I'm just like, yo, okay,
Interesting.
Who's next? Maybe De La Soul might be next year because all this shit's coming back to streaming or it's coming to streaming and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? God, I swear if De La Soul gets in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and shit like that, I'm gonna be happy as fuck.
Yeah.
Hell, I feel like Nas might be up in the running. Watch.
He got
Nas should get. He should have got in for Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know the world loves Jay-Z and shit.
They love Jay.
Jay-Z's like Jesus to the world and shit. I love Jay-Z, man. It's like
that nigga jigger to me. That nigga ain't died. That's all I'm saying.
Like they got fucking Sheryl Crow, Iron Maiden, George Michael. They waited years after they died and stuff like that.
That's what they do.
I could have sworn Willie Nelson was off, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Wow.
That is what they do.
The White Stripes, Rage Against the Machine. Like they went. I'm just like, yo, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame actually might be interesting.
Right.
I mean, they gotta put their rock on at first though, but you can mix it up though. But like with certain people who actually been on the ballot for like years, you should already gonna put them in automatically for like the contributions they made to music genres and stuff. So like, I hope Body Count get in one day because they coming out with a new album. I mean, they made Cop Killers, so I would like to see Body in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame one day.
personally, I see more Ice-T than Body Count. To be real with you, I feel like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was going to try to, just based off that one song, they're going to try to hide Body Count. Honestly,
I mean, out of
I,
all rock groups, you done heard some controversial songs from these motherfucking rock groups and stuff. I would like to see Living Color in one day, or like Linkin Park. I mean, I hope Linkin Park get in one day, but I don't think they eligible yet though.
I say about 2 more years we'll get Linkin Park. I give it
Yeah,
a bet. I say Living Color might be another 8 years, up to 8 years, in my opinion. I
they
see
been
Bad Brains. I see Bad
they
Brains before Living Color.
been eligible though. They've been
Yeah, they
eligible
are.
since they've been eligible I think since 2013 though. But I get the point. I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, I feel like Bad Brains might get in before Living Color. Hell,
I
I
wish
said
we could have.
Fishbone might get in before Living Color.
I wish we could have got the Fat Boys in before two of the main members died and stuff. It's real crazy. Like they're an '80s group that they really should have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame already, in my opinion.
Yeah, Ronnie. Talking Heads was inducted in 2002. By the way, just let me know. Ooh, you know who I feel like will be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame probably in the next up to 10 years? Y'all might call me crazy. Babyface.
It wouldn't surprise me. It's cool. I hope by the time Shaka Khan meets her end, she can get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Cause I just don't want them to wait until she dies. Or we just gonna put it in since she's dead. Like you could have been put it in. Like if you weren't gonna put it in as a solo artist, you could have at least put Shaka Khan and Rufus in, like as a group. Like come on now.
Honestly, I personally feel like they're gonna pull Smokey Robinson and put Shaka Khan solo first, and then they're gonna wait
Yeah.
until what about Rufus? Then they're gonna put Rufus just as a sympathy induction.
See how
That's what they did to
see
the
how
Miracle stuff.
you see how long it took them to induct LL Cool J?
Unfortunately, Ronnie, the police are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Unfortunately,
The police alone. Only thing I don't like about the police is in real life. Leave them alone. They deserve it.
like I said,
Chevy,
y'all. I'm gonna talk about Secretocracy when I come back from break and shit. So
Chevy Tucker ain't even in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he made the twist. It goes to show you that some of this shit is like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, but I don't even think I forgot. People made who made people the stylistic. They ain't even in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
who?
The stylistic.
Honestly, man, I feel like they're gonna be after the Spinners because now,
Yeah.
now they're trying to go for more. Since Questlove has been in there, they're trying to go for more African American artists. So give it about maybe another 4 years. You could probably.
By the time that happens, some of them might be dead. So you already know how they
I
is.
mean, all the Spinners are pretty much dead, so that don't surprise no one. Hell, Tom Bell passed away weeks ago and shit. Rest in peace, Tom Bell. Again, do you see how these motherfuckers do that shit?
This why I agree with Try. You could make your own Hall of Fame for these legends.
Yep.
Get the credit for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You just can't wait on these other motherfuckers to induct you because they might take all damn year or wait till you're on your deathbed to induct you. You might not get all the shiny credit that you truly supposed to get. At least when they was doing it way back then, they was giving these legends, they was genius don't like nothing besides rock music. It's because of that motherfucker.
Yep.
You don't want to see black get their shine.
Facts.
Simmons. him and his lizard tongue need to go somewhere and shit. Yo.
And you had first solo Kiss album. It was Ace Frehley and Paul Stanley that had the best album out of all you fuckers. So fuck Gene Simmons. I love you, Kiss, but as a solo artist, no. I fuck with Ace Frehley and Paul Stanley.
See, I gotta hear them solo albums and shit. So
Start with Ace Frehley, then start with Paul Stanley. The other two I didn't give a fuck about. So those are the only two I want.
unpopular opinion, I prefer Eric Carr as a drummer than Peter Criss.
Wow.
I know him as a drummer. Like I ain't listened to his solo album for '78 though, but I couldn't get in tune with it. I'm so used to listening to like them as a group fully. With like them as solo wise, I'm fucking with Ace Frehley and Paul Stanley.
See, Kiss. I like Kiss, but let's be real. Kiss was a novelty act and shit like that for that earlier part of their career. Once they got Eric Carr and his drumming kind of elevated them to more of like a hard rock metal band, if you ask me.
Right.
Nothing against the Catman, but like I said, Eric Carr's drumming was more pounding and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like minus the disco album and shit like that, they had a pretty up to maybe that Lick It Up album. They were pretty solid, but
I
when
need
once
to get with this.
once they took the mask off, I'm just like, nah, nigga.
Need to paint.
And it's crazy, Q, because Gene Simmons and dated Diana Ross. That's crazy.
Wow.
Matter of fact,
Gene
Diana
Simmons,
stole Gene Simmons from Sheer. Let's talk about that. But he said he doesn't like black music. Okay, all right.
Right? I don't get that.
Meanwhile,
Black Pussy.
meanwhile, you're fucking one of the queens of black music and shit. But you know,
Facts.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that.
No, I'm trying to hit Diana. This motherfucker
Yeah.
got a chance.
He had a upside down like her song.
He was using that special tongue.
Man.
No wonder she covered "Why Do Fools Fall in Love." She was
Right?
sick.
Oh man.
The
Yo.
cover was like that from 1980. I just thought about it. No wonder upside down. Goddamn, Diana.
Shit. I'm just like, how you go from Smokey Robinson to Eddie Kendricks to fucking Gene Simmons? Like,
That tongue, man. The tongue. It's the tongue, man.
this is why I love stories like this, because motherfucker was just fucking everybody. Imagine years down the line, right? You would hear like all your favorite singers who probably had a hooker. Let's just say hypothetically, Taylor Swift hooked up with fucking J. Cole on the down low and shit.
No wonder he make all them songs.
Okay.
J. Cole, want to write
J.
a song about it.
J. Cole took Taylor Swift down to Fayetteville on the weekends.
Oh Lord.
And even if I had a relationship with a white woman, Taylor Swift would be the last person I would ever want to go out with.
She's like a fucking pencil. Like that's not healthy.
Yeah, like I don't even fuck with white women, but that'll be the last woman I ever try to be with. Like, nah. I need something thicker. Not overweight like Lizzo, but like a good size. So, but you know what I'm talking about. Like Taylor Swift out of all white folks. Like, come on now.
Or what if we hear some shit like fucking Lotto had a little fling with motherfucking Kanye and shit on the down low.
It wouldn't surprise me. These women would do anything to try to stay famous. It was a choice, Otto. Hitting you from the back was a choice. I can see them right now doing like slaves, like sex role plays and shit. It wouldn't surprise me.
Like I said before, man, back in the day, the niggas didn't give no fuck. They were just fucking everybody and shit.
Right?
The 80s. I mean, it was cocaine and good music everywhere. It's like me going to Studio 54. Like, if I don't see nobody doing drugs and just hear the music, I don't want to be there. Like,
Right.
they have to drag me out there, motherfucker. I don't want to leave. I want to stay in Studio 54 forever.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna end this off right here because I'm already going 2 hours in and my minutes about to be up on this account. But this has been a funny ass conversation / funny ass review and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, like I mentioned before, 420, the week of 420 sometime, we're gonna do like a little collection video and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna reveal any albums and stuff like that too. Not gonna show y'all no snippets. I'm gonna show the group. Like I'm gonna show Try and Eric and stuff like that. Certain shit like
Right.
one or two, but y'all motherfuckers, y'all gonna have to fucking wait though. Y'all
Y'all
the
gonna
same,
have to give it donations like Umar Johnson.
the same way y'all motherfuckers gonna be waiting for them expensive ass Beyonce Renaissance tickets. Y'all gonna have to wait for them.
Oh Lord.
These
Yeah.
motherfuckers are putting all these memes and shit. I said, fuck Beyonce. I'm keeping my damn money. Kiss my ass.
Beyonce like
Some prices
sure.
going up like some prices going up Super Bowl tickets. Like, come on now.
Beyonce like y'all gonna pay after COVID. I got bills to pay after COVID and shit. I got all these kids now. Y'all gonna pay for their college education and shit.
All that. Do you ask happy? Come on now.
Shit. Then Rihanna going on tour too, and she had imagine what her ticket price is gonna be and shit.
Right?
Yo, this is like they all y'all favorite artists they got kids now and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're like y'all better pay for their college education and shit.
About having her ticket prices higher than cocaine bricks and shit. I'm like, y'all white folks actually paying money. Y'all like tuition fund to go see some damn Taylor Swift. Like I can see it was like Rihanna or something. Beyonce, but like Taylor Swift, like come on now. I wouldn't even pay that much to go see fucking Kanye West. Like come on now. Or The Weeknd. I love you, Abel, but come on now. Like at least if you're gonna spend your kids' tuition to go to a concert, make sure you get your money's worth. Like go to see The Weeknd or something, or like fucking Kids Ghost or Metallica or something. Like Taylor Swift, really?
Hell, not even Paul McCartney tickets are that high and shit.
Yeah, Tom Apollo tickets wouldn't even be that. And then not Tom Apollo. You think Tom Apollo would be having their tickets that high?
Yo. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you good, man. It does surprise me. You know, this just goes to show you that some of these niggas ain't balling like they say they supposed to be balling. I know it's a demand for some of these artists though, but like, come on now. Like, you better I'll just give me the money. Like, if I had a choice, red pill or blue pill, you want to go to this Beyonce Renaissance concert of this album I didn't fuck with, or do you want $50,000? Give me that $50,000. Kiss my ass.
Shit, they're gonna be like, y'all gonna pay for my college education, y'all gonna pay for these student loans and shit like that. Y'all gonna pay for everything with these tickets.
Hey, you drunk.
Her kids life.
You paying for my budget for the rest of the year. I need my drug budget on that. Yeah, my drug shit. It ain't laced with that fentanyl. I need that top dope. I'm trying to go back to the 70s. I'm trying to feel like Ray Charles off that boy. They're trying to feel that blue magic from American Gangster.
Yo.
Shit, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you know what people gonna start doing just to be innovative and shit like that? Motherfuckers gonna start doing concerts in their bathroom soon. I tell you, and shit. Watch.
You gotta be the first to do that though.
You said what?
You gotta be the first to do that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Do a whole concert in my bathroom. Do a whole fucking concert in my bathroom with water. Have all my electrical equipment in the water. Expect to be shocked for life and shit. Expect to be electrocuted and shit.
Like on Chucky shit, they're gonna Red's gonna be doing the electric slide. They say you know he's gonna be shocked.
I'm telling you, we can go through another economic crisis years to come, and to be innovative, I bet you Kanye is gonna do a whole concert in his bathroom.
I was surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Kanye West did a concert at an insane asylum because that's where he's supposed to be at.
And you know what? If that shit happens, y'all better come back to me and call me fucking Nostradamus at this motherfucker.
Okay, Nostradamus, we'll do that. Sir. I'm
gonna be like the Simpsons. We're gonna predict everything that's gonna happen and shit like that. Hell, the Simpsons done predict the Bank of America money drought and shit like that too. I'm telling you, man, y'all motherfuckers be sleeping shit. Like y'all need to be watching sometimes. I be watching shit just not only be entertained and shit, but just to be educated and shit. Cause some of these cartoons be saying some shit though.
Yeah, some of these cartoons be saying something, and some of the shit that these niggas be wearing be saying something too nowadays. Thank you, Usher.
Hey, yo, Eric, I'm about to tag you on Facebook and shit.
All right, thank you, man. You'll be surprised what some of these motherfuckers be on Twitter be talking about. Like, man, gonna ask me a stupid question like that. Man, give me my money. Fuck Beyonce. I didn't like Rennie. Only like 2 songs from the album. Like, I wouldn't expect her to do like a album like that. Like, I expect like Doja Cat or like Dua Lipa or even fucking, I hate to say it, Drake to do some shit like that. It don't surprise me. But like, I didn't, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I'm ready for a Rihanna's R9 album. Just give me that. Like, I don't hear nothing else about no damn Beyonce and no damn Renaissance. Like, come on now. I don't want to hear that more. Like, we already heard 2003 Bunny and Clyde. I don't want to hear you rap another day in your life. Just stick to doing.
You know what?
Eric
just gave me an idea.
What's that?
What did I give you, sir? What did I just mess up and do?
Our review for the collection is going to be the Carter's Everything Is Love album.
Oh my god!
And I hope somebody pay you to do that shit too.
Eric just hit the nail on that.
Oh Lord!
Well, since I gave you a recommendation, y'all need to donate to my cash app $UGA 1994 because it's going to be for entertainment purposes. I ain't doing no listening of that damn album. I would not be listening to it. I would rather go back to Everybody's Punching Bag, Foxy Brown's China Doll, because I think that's a solid album.
Another
Yo, y'all need to stop over hating China Doll. It's not that bad of an album. It's really not that bad of an album. I mean, it's mediocre. It has some joints.
I always gave China Doll its props. It's not a classic. I don't think it's mediocre, but it's way better than that fucking Renaissance album. I tell you that. I'd rather go back and listen to that than that Renaissance album. I'd rather listen to that album than Drake's album. I like the Honestly Nevermind album just for its instrumentals. But, like, I don't want to hear Drake crying over no damn house music. Like, we can get that in normal music. If you just put that out as a summer album with, like, the instrumentals, it would have been a classic. I don't want to hear this nigga rapping. I don't want to hear this nigga crooning. I don't want to hear this nigga talking about I'm fucking 30 strippers at the same time on these house instrumentals. There is a slap in the face to house music legends like Todd Terry, a guy called Gerald. Like, man, you don't do no shit like that, man, and don't put no respect on these artists' names. Like, come on, Drake, really? You had 2 garbage ass albums in the same year, and you expect us to be out here giving you your props? Like, come on now. Go on and say what you gotta say, Brother Red. I'm tired.
Yo, we all just ranting and shit. but I was gonna say, you know what I like about the channel sometimes? I be like giving a whole new light on some of these albums and shit. Like first I said the Clips made cafeteria beats on Lord of Will of this shit. Then I got one motherfucker to say some compliments about China Doll on this channel after many years and shit. So
I don't mean it was good.
China Doll is a classic compared to some of these female hip hop albums now. Like, come on now.
You see what I did? You see, like Steve Urkel said, I'm wearing you down. I'm not gonna say baby case because I'm just gonna say I'm wearing you down. I'm wearing you down.
I talk about discography over a lot of these bitches albums right about now. I don't care what nobody says. See, I take Eve's first 2 albums over some of these bitches' entire discography right about now. I take some of Nicki Minaj's discography over some of these bitches' albums right now. That goes to show you that the plateau for female hip hop artists, besides Shay Noor and other artists like Rhapsody, is just at a low, downgraded level. It just goes to show you there's a difference between artists like Shay Noor, Rhapsody, or fucking Snow the Product. It just goes to show you that some bitches ain't shit and ain't gonna never be shit when it comes to artists.
I'm wearing you down.
Wow.
Next thing you know, Try's gonna say some nice things about Metallica.
Yeah.
Metallica compared to some of these motherfucking rock artists who put out garbage ass music now. compared to Legend Ghost and these other rock artists, y'all motherfuckers can't. Y'all can't even step on the pedestal and kiss the ring. How dare y'all compare yourself to Legend? How dare you compare yourself, Gorilla, to somebody like or C Brown or Little Kim or Rhapsody?
What?
Hell, I give a man more. I give a man more props than Gorilla. Shit, I give a man more props than y'all motherfuckers. This how bad it is right now. I'm sorry, man.
You good? I'm just trying to process in my mind what in God's name wanted to name her Glorilla. I'm just trying to process that.
There is a porn star's name. She can't make it on the stripper pole, so she said since Cardi B's out here rapping like she's in kindergarten, I can rap like I'm in kindergarten. If I can rap like the City Girls, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, any other bitch, Bad Barbie, I can make it. These are strippers with a microphone. See, Jermaine Dupri was right when he said that a couple years ago. All you bitches sound like strippers with microphones. Only a small percentage of artists, female-wise, are actually out here spitting bars. Y'all bitches just spitting spit out of y'all mouth, either in a good way or a bad way. See, in the next 5 years, I wouldn't be surprised if she on her maybe South Love and Hip Hop porno shit. That's how bad the female artists have been broken down to. See, it ain't like the days of like the Queen Latifahs, the MC Antoinette, the MC Light. See, they ain't taking it back to the essence of those female artists. They ain't even taking it back to the essence of like female artists in like the mid 2000s. That's how bad it is right now when it comes to some of these female hip hop artists. And y'all have the nerve to say that y'all better than some of these artists. Like, come on now. Foxy Brown is a god compared to some of you bitches. Bow down.
Wow.
But yeah, man. A few announcements. So, like I said, the Carters, Everything Is Love. We want to talk about that for the collection before the collection video. Appreciate the idea, Eric.
Y'all gonna have to pay. Y'all gonna have to give me at least $10 to be there for entertainment purposes because I'm not trying to go through that pain and suffering. Now, I see when it was talking about putting respect on, the R. Kelly and fucking Jay-Z album because I actually want to hear that album besides this Carter's album. I can see it.
Hold on, wait. We did say we were going to talk about that album, though.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that one. Actually,
A much better album.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know about all that though, but okay.
And I ain't even heard the album, and I can tell you already, I would rather listen to songs off that album than that garbage ass Carter's album. Y'all want to talk about some of Nas' discography? Y'all want to big up fucking Carter's album? Like really? Really?
Hey.
I want to get on me about liking Eminem's Kamikaze album, but y'all want to do a goddamn Jay-Z album review? I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
And Brother Red, you can save that other track review for another day.
Yeah, another day.
I would rather see you. I would rather see you get money off that album review because I already know it's going to be for entertainment purposes. So don't do that for free. Y'all gonna have to pay me or Red. Matter of fact, y'all can pay all of us to do that. Y'all can because it's gonna be pain and suffering getting through the album. I'd rather listen to the album than listen to the album. I don't care what nobody say. I'd rather listen to Nicki Minaj's Queen album than listen to the album.
Okay,
I like Nicki Queen album before I like that album.
Oh man.
Yeah. Then probably in the next 2 weeks we're gonna talk about the Jeffersons. Do you like this show, Troy?
Yeah, of course. Talk about.
I have to ask. Sometimes, like, I don't know what you be watching.
No, I love it.
We love the Jeffersons. Different strokes, shit, good times. It's in our DNA culture.
Yeah, I love those songs.
Different strokes has a different taste in my mouth. Like that whole white man savior kind of thing. I don't know.
Yo, I'm glad you brought that up. That episode when they went into that shower, that shit was crazy as hell. With the y'all know episode I was talking about too.
Right.
With the back shop owner. I'm telling you, man, the '80s was a crazy ass time to be alive. They can't do that shit. And people be riding in the street.
How would you guys have to jump on my bed?
You don't run and leave them. Why you gonna leave your homie like that, man?
Right.
You know what? But yeah, I'm just glad Try likes this show because
Yes.
after the Jeffersons, we're gonna do the Honeymooners and shit.
Nice. Classic.
Yeah, then after that, we're gonna do Cheers.
I only seen that garbage ass remake movie they did. I ain't never looked at the TV show.
We gonna talk about that garbage ass movie too. We're gonna mention it. We're gonna mention it.
So I think he's gonna do it like a movie review on that. I don't know if Mike was gonna be involved. I used to get paid to do that too. See, y'all coming up with good ideas that I don't want to do. I don't want to do this shit that I'm saying. I want to do this shit that's coming out my mouth, but I know it's gonna be good for entertainment purposes. See, these trash reviews and these, album reviews that be like hella garbage, that be the most entertainment that I ever had. Not on the channel though, but it just be like way better because you can just get everybody's perspective on it and stuff.
Right. Facts.
Yeah, that's a dope idea.
I'm telling you, man, it all started with that Black Album trash review. We ain't been right. We ain't like. I ain't been right after that Little Band album review. The Jay-Z album review that Reg did a couple years ago. He was struggling to get through that album review.
But honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Some of them trash reviews I actually wanted to do myself too.
Right.
I'm not gonna hold you. Some of the trash reviews I wanted to do, like Blueprint 3, I wanted to do. What's the one trash shit we did? The Black Album. I want to do that one because sometimes I be having a bad day, and what better way to have a bad day than to do a whole fucking trash review, just go ham, but not like theatrical, if that makes sense. Because some of these reviewers be going too far. Like I be saying, some of these reviewers just be like, "Oh my god!" Like I'm just like, "Yo, calm the fuck down." They're not even saying shit. They just doing it. Like, they're ad-lib reviewers. That's the thing about them. They do effects and sound effects to describe how they like a song and shit,
Right.
We know motherfuckers with porn star mustaches that look like Dr. Man from Sonic Hedgehog be doing shit like that. They'll do 5-minute album reviews and get thousands of views. But when you have a person like Reg or Try or myself who come and do these garbage can album reviews and entertain you motherfuckers for 2 hours or even longer, we can't even get over 1,000 views. But this Eggman looking motherfucker can get thousands of views on YouTube and don't even be listening to the album. They'll just do an album review, just be talking about it, but don't even give perspectives or go into detail of certain albums or certain tracks from the album.
Crazy.
That goes to show you when you have a professional like Red and me and Try and do these album reviews, it goes to show you that we know what we're talking about. I might not know everything. I'm gonna know a good amount of it.
Facts.
Right. Shit, because that's what we like. That's what we fucking do and shit. Like, we entertain, yet we educate at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I like looking up deep facts about how certain songs are made and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just to like give y'all the visual picture of what happened at the scene. When they were doing. Like, I want to sometimes like with the Beatles, for instance. Sometimes a lot of their studio recordings be funny as hell or just be like crazy, like fucking John and George getting high on LSD and John going on the roof, or just fucking, or even the Doors when Jim Morrison was recording the South Parade, the song, Pamela was giving him fucking head while he was recording the song just to get him at ease, like shit like that.
Crazy.
That's why Jim Morrison was just the greatest, man. I'm gonna be real, but shit like that.
See, that's when you make your best music, when the drugs don't overdose. When you don't overdose drugs and when you get head, that's when you come up with the greatest ideas. See, drugs and music together, but when people take drugs nowadays, they just say the most outlandish and crazy shit. See, drugs are different nowadays. They done lace this shit with all this extra stuff. See, drugs back then actually gave you a positive mind when it came to them making music, like the '60s with the whole psychedelic era. Can you imagine if certain artists from this era was making music back then, and if they was taking the drugs of that day, what type of music they'll make? Like, and I can only imagine what Future would be saying if he was off LSD from the '60s or eating mushrooms or shrooms. He'll be on the ground like one of these hippies at once, just rolling their mud and shit, having a good time.
Right.
Crazy.
For real though. But yeah, man. But we talked a lot about drugs. I just want to say, don't do drugs, kids. Like I said,
Definitely don't.
we don't promote.
Food.
We don't do none of
Don't
that
end
shit.
up white men. Because that's a bad example of when you do drugs.
Exactly. Yeah, but other than that, hope y'all have a good night, Try, Eric. Hope y'all have a good night. I may do like a late night stream probably sometime this weekend. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta see my schedule. But yeah, y'all be safe out there and take it easy.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, man.
Peace out.